Hi everyone and welcome back to our channel. So in today's video we're diving back into our cooking tutorials, and today we are making chicken chow mein. Now this is our take on chicken chow mein. It's not an authentic recipe, but it's just our take on it. We did it with some bok choy, some fresh vegetables, and top it all off we use almost like Shanghai noodles, so it has a different texture to it. If you'd like to see how to create this delicious dish, then please keep on watching. But also, before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos every week, and also comment below if you've tried chicken chow mein. Have you ever tried making it? Let us know your recipes in the comments below. Well, without further ado, let's get on into the video. Alright, so first we're going to start off as per usual the ingredients you need for this recipe. So first thing, you'll need 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of black bean sauce, some ginger, and you can use your discretion on the amount, 1.5 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, fresh oregano, basil leaf, rosemary, cilantro, some fine thyme, a hot pepper, and of course that's optional, some celery. You'll also need an onion chopped finely, which we'll show later on. And just to let you guys know, all of these are fresh ingredients that we're using from our garden. We're also using a type of Shanghai noodles. We have half a cup of vegetable oil. And the meat portion that we used for this recipe is chicken breast. So we used 2 large chicken breasts and we cut them up almost into strips because we wanted a different sort of look to the chow mein. We also have the sauces here that we've used. Like I mentioned, we're using 3 tablespoons of soy sauce and an assortment of vegetables. Now you can use your discretion and use any type of vegetables that you'd like and change things up for the recipe to make it your own. Alright, so you're going to get some boiling water to start off, and you're going to add 2 rough spoons of vegetable oil. Just use your eyeball to like kind of eyeball it. And you're also going to add some salt. You can use your discretion once again. We're just adding a little pinch of it, maybe a little more. And now that the water is boiling, you're going to get your noodles prepared to put into the pot. Now these noodles are very soft already. They don't take a long time to cook. They usually take like 3 to 5 minutes to cook. So once you start seeing the noodles start to separate, that's when you know that they are ready to take off the stove. So when they start to boil, like the water starts to boil with the noodles, you know that it's ready and you can take it out and drain the water out of it. Alright, now we're going to move on to the chicken. Now this is something that you might want to do really like far ahead in time because you want this to marinate. So we're adding the salt, and we're also putting in our hoisin sauce. Sorry, hands in the way. And we're also adding in some of the garlic. Now you're going to put about half of each of the ingredients that we mentioned in the beginning because you want to save the rest of it for later on. We're also adding the black bean sauce there, some of the ginger. And yeah, like I was saying, you want to add only half. Same thing with the greens. So these are all the green seasonings we mentioned earlier, and we're just adding that in. We're adding some of the peppers that we chopped up. And last but not least, before we started turning it up, we forgot the soy sauce, so we're going to add a little bit of soy sauce. Now you may have noticed that we went a little light with the salt. It's because of the fact that all the other sauces that we've added are very salty, so we don't want to over salt the chicken, especially when it's going into the pan with oil and things like that. So you're just going to give this a quick mix up, and then you're going to leave this for about 20 to 30 minutes to marinate. That's why I mentioned it should be done very much ahead of time. Alright, so we drained our noodles, and this is what it looks like. We added some cooking margarine inside of the noodles. Now you can by all means add butter or whatever you want to add into it after. We just added margarine. Now we're going to take a wok. Now this is a type of pan that cooks this sort of meal very well. It also makes sure that it cooks very quickly as well. So we're just adding the vegetable oil onto there, and then we're going to let that heat up. And once it does, we are going to start adding in our ingredients. So you're just going to give it some time, probably 2-3 minutes depending on your stove, and then you're going to start dropping in your chicken first thing. We want to drop in the chicken first because we want all the oils to release from the chicken and all of the ingredients that we used, so that it can penetrate into all of the vegetables and the noodles once we add those ingredients in. So you're just going to kind of mix this up, separate it, make sure that it's all at the bottom of the wok, just so that it's easier to layer the ingredients on top. So once you let it kind of sit on its own and cook for a little while, we're gonna come back in like 5 minutes, and this is what it should look like. It should look very brown and very much like golden brown. So we're gonna add in the rest of that garlic. You're also going to add in the rest of the ginger as well, and you're also going to add all of the other ingredients, and there's no other sort of order you can add these in. Like, as you can see, we're adding in here all of the greens, you're adding in the peppers. There's no specific way to do it. You can add in all of them at once if you'd like, but we're doing them one by one just to show you guys. You're also going to add in the rest of the hoisin sauce, as well as the black bean sauce as well. And this is just going to help the chicken soak up some more of that sauce even more. So we're just adding in all of those sauces there. And as you can see, you use a set of ingredients and you kind of gradually use them over and over again just to bring this kind of stir-fried noodles together. So now that we've added that in, we're also going to start stirring it up just a little, and now we're also going to add in our onions as well so that they can also soak up that flavor. So you're just mixing this up, and once you've finished mixing this, we're also going to start adding in our vegetables and everything like that. So now we're going to add in these green peas because they take a lot longer of a time to cook. So we're adding that in first. We're then adding in some of the carrots, the shredded carrots. And by all means, you can add whatever type of vegetables that you'd like. These are just the vegetables that we thought would go really well with this dish. You can also add those little sprouts that they put in Asian food and all that kind of stuff, and different mushrooms and stuff, just to even bring out the flavors more. We wanted to make it pretty simple for you guys for the video. So we're just kind of mixing this up, making sure everything is seamless and everything is all together. And then you're going to start adding in your bok choy. We decided to keep them whole because they are going to shrivel up. Just like when you put spinach in a pan, it shrivels up really small. Same thing with bok choy. So we're just going to kind of carefully spin that around in the wok, just so that it can penetrate with the chicken and just get all those ingredients mixed together nicely. Alright, so last but certainly not least, we are adding in our noodles. So because our noodles are already cooked, you want to make sure that you turn the stove down to its lowest setting, like a simmer setting, because we want it to still be warm, but we don't want the noodles and everything else to overcook. So you're just going to gradually add in the noodles depending on how big your wok is or how big your pan is. Ours is a good medium size, so we want to add them in gradually. And this is what you should have as your chicken chow mein. So we plated ours with some cucumbers and some tomatoes just to kind of bring some freshness into what is a very savory dish. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos every single week. Hope you guys have a fantastic week, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.